I don't know, remember what year you did it, but that TED Talk was one of the. It's still a classic. If you guys haven't seen it, listeners, look up Sam Hyde TED Talk.
Man,
how
so
hard was
ago.
it for you to get into the TED Talk? Was it difficult? Did you have to come up with a fake background, or was it easier than you guessed?
It was mad easy. I just sent them an email. I said that I was. Let me see if I still have the emails from Drexel, TEDx Drexel. Here we go. The organizer's name was Daira Pujara. So let's see. Yeah, I said I was a photographer. I was a war photographer in Somalia, and that there was some group of women in Somalia who were cleaning up trash, and that was who I was documenting, was like the trash ladies of Somalia. Yeah, he just let me do it.
Such a stupid fake story.
And they're like, we got to get you in front of the people.
Yeah, they're not doing a good job.
Bring attention to the trash ladies of Somalia.
Trash ladies of Somalia, the refuse handlers of Somalia. That's so funny. And they were just like, "That is very interesting. We'd love to have you on to give your speech." And you were like, yeah.
This sounds very interesting. Can we Skype sometime this week to explore possibilities of a speaking engagement at TEDx? Mr. Pujara, my name is Sam Hyde. I'm a videographer / photojournalist. In the past 6 months, I've done 2 projects that are pretty interesting. In California, I did some video work for SpaceX and shot a mini documentary about Elon Musk's quest to put a colony on Mars. I have permission to share my footage, including a video of Elon talking. The other project I worked on was a piece in Mogadishu, the most dangerous city on Earth. A courageous group of women is behind a statistical drop. Their secret? Cleaning up the streets, removing trash and scrap. Not completely dissimilar to the broken window situation in NYC in the late 80s / early 90s. That's all I said, and he said, yes.
You said yes.
Sorry for rambling there, but yeah, that's
no,
how
that's
I set it up.
No,
yeah.
I love that. No, I love that.
Wow.
So once they said, yes, you can come on, were you then like, okay, I have to come up with the whole thing now? I didn't expect them to say yes.
Yeah, I just had my friends. I had my buddy Wyatt, and I can't remember who else was involved. I know there's this one kid who's so funny and continually has done stuff for me, but he's like super paranoid about being credited, so I never know how to credit him. And he's 5 aliases, so I don't know which alias, like Mr. Gizmo, that's him. So I had Wyatt and Mr. Gizmo and myself. We all jumped into a Google Doc and just started writing the most schizophrenic shit possible about the future. And yeah, that's how it went.
When with the beginning of that video, where you climb up into the set and then sit down and drink a whole bottle of water and then say, "Give me 25 seconds," it was one of the funniest. I laughed so hard at that to this day. Just to get up there to drink water until you're out of breath and then to go, "Oh, give me about 25 seconds," and then
Just
take
eating.
25
You're just eating the uncomfortable silence right in front of them.
You are
And
very
saying, "No,
good at
you
that.
can't have any. I want it all." And they're just like, "We didn't want any. Why are you enjoying that so much?"
That was brutal.
Everybody pat
Man.
yourselves on the back.
Yeah.
And of course, you're dressed as like Roman soldier.
A centurion. Yeah.
Centurion.
Well, that's
so
one of the
ridiculous.
things that appeals to me most about comedy is just punishing the audience, because most and you can't really do it online, because when you're online, the people that are looking at your stuff are people who've sought you out. So it's like they're like-minded, they're with the program. So it's you can't really abuse them too much. But when you're out in the world with regular people who, you say the people in that audience, I can imagine saying something that I feel deeply and like heartfelt and sincere, and being looked at like I'm an axe murderer or something. So why not torture them with like silence and schizophrenia and all these other things? That's what I.
Do you
ahead.
not get uncomfortable at all? Like when you're up on, because I
Hell
watched your
no, man.
stand-up where you go in there.
No.
There was a whole stand-up where you were wearing like an Arab robe, and you're like, "All right, guys, we're gonna do a little different stand-up this time. I'm gonna read crime stats," and that's all that you did. And like
Yeah,
you just
man.
ran the room. And like at home watching that a few years ago, I'm uncomfortable imagining myself having to deal with the hatred he's getting. The thought of it makes
bro.
me so uncomfortable. I'm amazed. It doesn't bother you at all. You enjoy it.
No, because I know I know when that's happening that it's good, that it's successful, and that people who seek me out and are looking at it online are going to be happy. So that's how I know that it's going to be like an effective thing. Because the other thing is, anybody who goes to open mic to do stand-up and like try out stand-up in a liberal city is just a scumbag. Like they're all like idiots, and their material is so bad. And their ideas about, like, these are other stand-ups, and they're not laughing at some that I know that I've said that's super funny. I don't think I'm a great stand-up. I don't think that everything I do is like good, but I know that I've said things in front of audiences like that are super funny that people should laugh at, and these dumb just sitting there like that, like waiting for me to get off the stage so they can do their like Louis C.K. ripoff bit that they practiced. So I forgot what your question was, but oh yeah, hey, in that Arab one, is that the one where I had the fake bomb at the end? Did you see that?
Yeah, you had a fake bomb in a suitcase, and then
That's
the organizer
so funny, man.
removed you from the premises.
Fuck, I love that so much. That's so good. My friend JD made that as a prop. He's like a prop maker. And we made this fake bomb.
Wait, that was the bomb that when you open it, like a foghorn goes off.
Yeah.
And a bunch of lights start flashing from the bomb.
It was like a suitcase, and when you open the suitcase, there's a foghorn and a police light, and it's supposed to look like an explosive device.
It did. It was funny. You did upset some of the people there.
Are you not worried with something like that though? Because people are so, for lack of a better word, trigger happy. Like if the cops ever show up, explain to them that it's a joke bomb might be awkward.
Yeah,
but
probably.
Joke bomb.
No, I'd just be like, no, it's a foghorn and a police light in a suitcase. What are you talking about?
But you're in the robe,
crazy?
so all they hear is la 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 la.
That's all I had to wear. That's all I had to wear. My clothes. It's laundry day. Is it illegal? Is it illegal to wear a sheet, officer?
It is illegal to wear a sheet and yell "Assalamu alaikum" at people who don't want you around them.
Listen, here's the thing about police is that all you have to do is make them think that you're a pillhead and that you're mad about something really insignificant, and you need to be aggressively more mad than they are interested in questioning you, and you need mad at somebody else, not them. Yeah. So, for example, I recently sent a bunch of threats to somebody and threatened some person really bad. And after I did it, I was like, oh man, I better get ready to run. And the state police came to talk to me, and when they came, I went, yeah, listen. They were like, did you threaten this man? But listen, he made me late for my Uber Eats, so I'm standing there, I'm hungry. I've been hungry for 6 hours, dude. I've been hungry for 6 hours. And it was like the topic, the real thing was he was trying to find out if I was unstable about some political issue, which I am. So if I had said, yeah, that would have been the worst answer. So what I said was, yeah, I said some, because I was pissed off at him about my Uber Eats. That guy made me so mad, and if he comes back here, I'm not saying I'm going to kick his ass, but I might do something. Obviously I wasn't in character like that, but I upped the ante by like threatening. I was like, yeah, and if I see that guy again, listen, I'm not a violent person, but if he makes me miss my Grubhub, it's on. And the state trooper was like, yeah, I get hungry like that too sometimes. Listen, don't contact him again.
Don't contact me.
Yeah.
Started to talk about your upcoming fight, and then I guess we got off topic with Boogie and Wings. And what do you got going on?
There's a fight that's going to be, it's going to be crazy. It's the KSI undercard in London, so it's going to be seen by like fucking millions of people.
Damn.
And I'm going to do my Candyman character, and I'm having the suit. So the person designing my costume for the Candyman character, her main job that she does is making vests for service dogs that say things that have like embroidery on them in big yellow. Yeah, exactly. So it's the type of signage that looks like very specific and crazy. Like when you see these signs, you know, okay, I'm dealing with some like person. So she's gonna make an entire suit covered in like like threatening Hassan, threatening Hassan Piker, and like all these different things. Let me look up. I actually have a Google document with the copy for that. So let me bear with me.
Yeah, and Hassan, who's a very popular political streamer for people who don't know.
Yeah. Hassan, he's my. I'm trying to goad him into fighting me, and I'm gonna when I beat this guy, I'm gonna call him out. Call out Hassan in front of fucking 10 million people. So on my Candyman suit in the service dog embroidery, it's going to say, ignore limits, disregard safety, annihilate expectations. Follow me for access to extreme illegal bestiality pornography. Take a stand. What is your religion? Who do you believe? Who did you vote for? Hassan Piker, I'm gay and I'm in love with you. Parentheses, obsession. UK British stink tooth. Please stand back 300 feet. More honky, less tonk. Designed in Apple by California. Please let me kill you. I've soiled me britches. The malted menace crushes balls. Sticky bomb. Abuse. Violate. If you see me without my handler, please take me to the potty. An officially licensed Marvel product. Punch a hot girl in the forehead. I love to threaten. I love to threaten and humiliate you. I punch women in the back. Suicidally sweet. All caps. Hassan Piker is my gay crush. Good thing I'm obsessed with him and want to live inside him. See you soon. I'll shave my head first and bring a hammer and Vaseline. Some ting wong. Bada boom, bada bing. It's a Candyman thing. Dominate the weak and oppressed with your sweet style. Horny and frustrated. Don't know who to trust or how to bust. Muscle Museum. It goes on. I'll leave you guys alone with that. But there's pages of this stuff.
She has to put all of that into the suit because, like, when I bought my car a few years ago, like I went in with the thought of like, these guys are gonna try and take you for a ride. Like, be defensive. Like, don't agree. Like
when
be
someone's
willing
like
to
that,
argue.
when someone's like that, just immediately disarm and be like, look, it sounds like you've done your research, sir. So let's just you're gonna get the best deal available. The way it is we pay a certain price for the car. We try not to lose money when we sell one. We'll show you the invoice. How about on a $50,000 car, we make $1,000? Does that seem fair? That's not a huge markup, and they're usually cool.
My salesman was a very cool guy. He was super chill. He was similar to that. It was the finance guy who wouldn't let me leave for like 40 minutes, and he kept like giving me shit to sign where he had snuck an additional fucking insurance thing in, and I'd be like, no, I said no to this. Remember that from 40 seconds ago before you printed it? I said no. And then he like did it again. I had to do it like 3 times telling him I don't want any additional shit. And they are skeevy as shit, those finance guys. He literally snuck it onto the contract. If I hadn't read it and like the little line item, I would have signed it and I would have owed an extra $60 a month or whatever the fuck.
Well, that's why he gets paid so much.
Yeah. Probably not $60 a month. That's ridiculous. But more than I want to pay.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't sign something, he's getting like a base pay on that deal, most likely, depending on if he made anything on the rate or not. So yeah, I mean, it's his job to sell it. When I bought that motorcycle last year, I was like, before she got started, I was like, listen, I'm not going to buy anything at all. And when I wreck this bitch, it's wrecked. Like, I don't care about wheels and tires and brakes and insurance and rock and damage. I was like, I promise you, I don't want any of it. Just like basic bitch, like let me sign and get out of here.
Well, I hated that guy trying to sneak something onto the contract because for a couple of years out of college, I worked at fucking Enterprise, and so many of my coworkers would just reduce the price, throw on insurance to get their own sales numbers up, and then like if I'm doing fleet management returning it, they're like, I didn't pay this, and then it's like, you're right. I have to return that for you, like refund that for you. So you actually paid $4 a day because that bitch Amy cheated again because she wanted to go home early. I fucking hated that. And so when someone tried to sneak something on my contract, it really pissed me off. Like I would do that too. Like early on, I'd be like, hey, I got to get my numbers up. How about I give you roadside assistance and I lower your price $6 a day? You're actually saving 40 cents. And they're like, yeah, that's great. And I'm like, hell yeah, brother. Roadside assistance package, a little wrap for you. We called that the wrap package, where you just straight up tell someone, I am on the back seat of the struggle bus today. I'm giving you free roadside. When you go out to the lot, please just tell them, yes, I purchased roadside. Like, just say that. And they're like, oh, that's great. Is this like an inside deal? And I'm like, yeah, yes. Like, it's an inside deal insofar as it makes me not get yelled at by my fucking bitch boss.
We had to spoof our customer reviews because it was a corporate store, and reviews were such a big deal. And it like 99% is a fail. 99% is a fail. It's got to be 100%. And every time I sold a car
from you.
Every time I sold a car, I'd be like, listen, they want this 100% so bad that we can get you free oil changes, free car washes, multiples of them. You got a stain. If you just come back and bring this thing to me, they will give you anything you want short of like a new car. Like they would replace floor mats, they'd detail your car, fill it up with gas, oil changes, anything. If you would just please come back and fill that motherfucker out. And I would bribe them every time. I'd be very open about that. I was like, even if the customer's angry, I'd be like, look, I know you didn't enjoy your experience today, but let me tell you how I can bribe you to lie and say you did.
Dude, I had the guy who sold me my car text me half a dozen times over the next 2 weeks after I bought it in like 2018 or whatever, where he's like, I really need that 10 from you, Taylor. Can I get that 10 from you? And I was like, yeah, you know what? I'll give you the 10. I go to give him a 10. I have to sign in with Facebook. So I have to make a Facebook account to give him a 10. And I was like, is there a way to do it without making a Facebook account? And he was like, no. And I'm like, damn. Then I'm sorry, man. Like, I'm not making a Facebook to give you a 10. That's not going to happen.
Oh, that's sad, man. He probably lost his job.
Probably lost his job. They should have had a fucking option to just click 10 stars. I would have given him 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, whatever. But I'm not making a Facebook for it. That's ridiculous.
I don't like it when I don't want to act like I'm a big shot, but like my Facebook has a lot of people looking at it, and when they're like, "What do we want you to click our business?" It's like, for free, but for kindness, like people fucking look me up. People like it.
What is a big fucking deal, right?
I need a little cashola.
Yeah. I don't know. You're like what? It's almost like, hey, we want you to mention us on your podcast. Well, I mean, you can buy that.
We'll do that for money.
Of all the people you had in as like freeloaders, the one who came off to me as the most genuinely insane was Airsoft Fatty. Is any bit of him at all an act?
He was leaning into it. Yeah, he was giving it. He knew what we wanted. He was giving us what we wanted. The time when the real Airsoft Fatty is when we had him go tell the girls, we had him go explain breeding. We said, Chris, you got to go up there and give him your explain breeding. Talk about all the types of breeding that you love. And then the girls, we told them that the first one to talk to Chris would get lose a point. So they're both like giving him the cold shoulder, and he's talking about like, well, when the man sticks it in the woman, that's breeding right there. And he's doing all this like sexual. It's basically it looks like sexual harassment because they're not replying to him, and he's getting into the details of breeding. And that made him break character. And he goes downstairs into the confessional. He's like, I can't do this. I can't talk to these girls. But that's the real Chris. The real Chris is like very compassionate, like nice guy. He does have like fat kid anger.
Yeah,
which is that's the most beautiful thing in the world when a fat person gets angry. But he's a really good guy, and he's also like he's funny. Like he knows he's not fully the way you think he'd be. He's kind of funny, you know. He's good. He's a good character, and we got to bring him back too.
I didn't know you had him explain the breeding thing because I did a separate challenge the next day.
The porn?
Explain your top 5 porn. Yeah. And then they had to remember all of it, and then we quizzed them on it.
That's so fucking funny. Dude,
one of the things I was going to say, one of the things I really liked about that Ice Poseidon used to do is he had a robot that you could control with a camera on it and a knife. So you could pay some money and you could, or maybe everybody was controlling, but basically you could stab people and get upskirts with the robot. So it
was a Roomba, right? The robot.
A good idea to steal. Thank you.
Yeah. You got an upskirt robot that can stab.
Yeah, and you're not insured anyway. Fuck.
Get code.dev or whatever the fuck his name was on it.
It'd be easy. You get a stun gun on the end of that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh, imagine if you had a challenge where they had to crawl from like one end of a house to the other, but they're being attacked by multiple Roombas with tasers being controlled by people for $100 a minute.
Can you control a Roomba?
We can rig it up if we're making $10,000.
I thought the whole point was that you just turned it on.
Well, yeah, a Roomba's got like it like maps a room. We just want a robot that we can drive. It could be a race car. That
You guys should bring in you guys should. I think I saw someone suggest like have a psychologist or like an occupational psychologist come in. Like a psychic could be funny, and then you award them based on who has the best future, like just some horse shit. It could be funny to make them like make them participate.
We got to remember this:
a Catholic priest. I want a Catholic priest, but he's not a real priest. So he spills the beans on everything that they tell. Like, no, you can trust me. You can tell me. I can't tell anything. And then he just comes out and is like, actually, Dave's a pedophile. Just we should lock him up right now. And they just
you could probably organize. You could probably organize like a drag queen story hour and make them sit.
Oh no! The contestants have to do a drag queen story hour. That's why you do it in Texas. That's the hardest challenge ever.
Can one of you write this down? And
I'm actually doing it for you. Yeah.
Will you text it to me, Woody? Thank you, man.
I've got a list of things that as I was watching, I was like, oh, this is a good idea.
A drag queen story hour would be fucking so funny.
That'd be hilarious. Yeah, it'd be so uncomfortable for everyone involved. Like it. I also like pyramid scheme, multi-level marketing people. If you could organize having like 5 of them from different companies arriving at the same time, then make them compete for it. I'm sure you guys have all these ideas. And more.
No, we don't. These are good.
We wanted to try to sell the house while the show was going on and do like have a realtor come in and do house tours during the show.
That's very funny, especially if Airsoft Fatty is like bumbling about shirtless,
totally naked.
Yeah,
you're just like you're showing the master bedroom and he's like naked, but he's Peter Griffin naked, and so I saw a still of him hands over his head. Could not see his penis. Could not. He's totally censored. He's perfect.
Yeah, that's our guy. Yeah.
You don't have to blur it.
He's pre-censored. One thing we tried to do was line up a clown. And the funny thing is like clowns, like actual clowns they're mad like professional. They take themselves really seriously. So you'll call them and they'll be like, "Hi, this is Dave the Clown. How may I help you?" And we explain the deal that it's like a reality show, and he's like, "I'll have to think about that. Let me think it over, and I'll get right back to you." And then they don't want to mess with their image as being like a clown. Like they all take it mad serious. We call it 3 of them.
Dude, Jesus. Clowns are the biggest fucking losers on the planet. Woody's got a friend who's a goddamn clown.
They call themselves.
Yeah, clowns all fucking year round, and they're in like there's like groups to defend them. They got mad when the Joker came out because they thought the Joker gave them a bad name. You're a clown. You're a clown.
Yeah.
I hate clowns.
Clowns give themselves a bad name. Or maybe do magicians take themselves seriously? Probably not as serious as a clown.
Magicians are fucking cool.
You think, or you'd have to get a sleight of hand artist who's like really high on himself, who really thinks he's the cat's pajamas.
My friend's a clown.
Mime's in there.
You should get him. He's really tall too. He's like 6'4", 6'6".
Yeah, but he's a scary clown. He intentionally tries to be scary.
They have PTA meetings about your friend.
I think being a clown's a little mean-spirited. No one likes it.
I would hate crime your friend if he lived near my children. Nothing like physical, but like we'd kill his grass and take his mailbox and stuff.
Yeah, what else?
What's the equivalent of burning a cross to clowns?
I don't fucking know, man.
I'll think that one over.
Oh, I was thinking that you should come back season 2 as Dr. Jason Goldstriker and perform physicals.
Yeah.
Can you do that? Like,
I've got my doctorate.
Hell yeah.
Doctor, or that's come back as funny. Dr. Jonathan Goldstriker, never address it. Like, I liked that.
Well, I was saying to Jet, we should do if we get into this to where it's like 10 seasons deep and we're searching for themes, we should do one that's like a hip hop theme.
Yeah.
And we would all have like I could be like, "Yo, what's up? I'm Jay Strike." And we would all be like hip hop, but doing the same shit, and it's just doing it to black people.
Yeah, we're coming to you live from the dark continent. Yeah, from Kenya. Rent a house.
Yo, we in Queens right now. I'm Jay Strike. What's good?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to season 10, man. That's gonna be a good one. When is season 2? Winter? 2023 winter?
Yeah, we want to do it. We want to do it in the winter, as soon as possible.
Good. I'm really glad this was so successful for you guys, because I don't think I realized like how much I wanted a different kind of content to watch at night. Like, and because it's so like actually organic, there, like it was hard to look away, because you're like, I don't know when it's going to go off. I know Airsoft Fatty's pissed about something. I have to wait and see. Like,
you got sucked into the Truman Show.
I got sucked into the Truman Show, man. I was like watching along early on when everybody hated Letty, and I was like, dude, come on, she's taking the most shit. Give her props. Like, stop hating on this lady. Like, it was very entertaining, very good. Yeah, I think these two will watch more season 2. My favorite contestant was Letty.
What?
Yeah.
Is that the girl?
Letty did a good job, man.
Yeah. She took more abuse from text to speech and all that than everyone else, and she just came bouncing back every time.
Yeah,
and like just like you're getting no sleep in that house. Did it smell as bad as it looked like it smelled?
Towards the end, it smelled very, very bad. And the cleanup people, after our guys cleaned it up, like after the preliminary cleaning was done, we had cleanup people come in, and they said it was the worst they'd ever seen. That was after it had been cleaned up. But it's, I think, it's at the end, the fish head.
That was the worst part about
really did a number on the place.
Day 3 fish head was pretty rancid.
The fish head did not do a good service there for us, our noses.
Regarding the text to speech, like, because I remember early on, Sam, you tweeted like, I'm shutting down all the Sylvia Fat comments. We cannot let this be torture on hour 46. How long did that have? Like, did you shut down text to speach for a lot of stuff for a while?
No, because the point was that it's supposed to be gradual. You don't listen.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be doing this for 6 weeks. You don't have day 1, guys. It's nigger every 5 seconds. You're fat. Kill yourself. You're fat. Kill yourself. Like that. That show lasts like 5 days at the tops. So we had to have it be a gradual rollout. We're not making an alternative to Gab. Like, it's not a free speech platform. It's a fucking TV show. So we had to kind of curtail the fat stuff in the beginning, and then at the end we kind of let it rip and
let everything rip.
Yeah, let it fly there at the end. But that's the building towards this crescendo of hell is what we were going for.
There was a lot of stuff that we didn't let go through. I mean, you're sitting there in the moment and someone's having like, they're finally about to release and have this like big like freak out, which is good for TV. And then someone says, what would your mother think if she saw this? I'm not gonna let that through. So it's part of directing is like not letting certain things enter people's heads. It's, as manipulative as that is,
it's also a timing thing.
Yeah, timing matters.
That makes
sense. Sleep deprivation is going to be big for season 2. You get like just 36 hours of sleep deprivation, and people get real wacky. And you're already starting with broken people, so you go to a scary place.
Yeah,
Jet, you were the producer.
Was how well they slept through all the noise.
Yeah,
they after the first week, they were just trained to ignore it. They slept right through it. Even like the mariachi band sound effects was the loudest sound effect you could hit them with. So it wouldn't always wake them up. So they really just like got accustomed, and the
mariachi band killed me. Like when you kicked the Asian guy who wrote a book about how to pick up campers, and then you brought in the new Asian guy to replace him, that guy like didn't know what the situation was. I paid to play mariachi for him a couple times that night, it makes me, because it's so fucking loud, it's so jarring how it starts, and like he's clearly trying to sleep and he's upset. Like it's hysterical. Like how did you find another Asian guy so quickly that looked just like that guy, but not, with the...
It was one of the guys who does the Twitter Spaces. They would do a show, like a community-driven show every night, like a watch party. He linked me this guy. He's like, hey, this guy's a comedian. He's Asian. He looks like the other guy. So I was like, I knew nothing about him. I did no research. I got his flight within like 24 hours. He was on his way here, and he turned out being awesome.
Yeah.
His real name's Tai Nguyen. I'm probably butchering his last name. Nguyen.
Yeah.
Look him up. Nguyen. He's good. He's really funny, and he rolled with the punches, and he played it up too. He was like, I remember once one of his meltdowns. We went and checked on him, and he was like, "No, I like what you guys are doing. It's art. The things you guys are doing is art, and you keep writing good scripts, I will stay."
Yeah, man. Shout out to Ty, man.
Yeah, he's awesome. But for him, he probably had the hardest start because we put him in the shoes of a monster without him even realizing.
Yeah.
Literally, we were like teasing the fact that it's summer camp week all week, and then we're like, all right, walk in with 2 bottles of vodka and say you're the camp counselor.
And he just doesn't even know what a fucking ghoul he looks like.
It's crazy how much happenstance happened.
Yeah.
Like we had Chris Chin and Letty and Betty.
Yeah.
And I know we're intentionally trying to find people to replace them, but they worked. The way it worked was crazy.
Yeah.
And then Lance and Vance.
When we brought Lance in the Vance clone, we didn't expect that we were going to start like a clone theme, but it just went down that way.
And he did like a mad good job too.
Yeah,
Lance.
all of his studied him for like a week,
copying Vance's mannerisms and like even wearing his clothes, like buying the same clothes as Vance. That was crazy.
Yeah, we were lucky to have people who were on the show who cared about the show a lot too.
Yeah,
like the effort that guy put into getting down Vance. He didn't just show up like, "Hey, I want to get Twitter famous."
Yeah,
he was like, "This is serious. I'm gonna take it serious."
He did a good job, man. Tyler Little, is that his name?
Yeah.
Shout out Tyler Little.
Yeah, he did a good job pretending to be when you started bringing in doppelgangers for everyone, that was very funny and surprising how quickly you got it. It was like the amount of spitting was shocking.
There's a lot of spitting.
There was a lot of spitting. The airsoft fatty spitting, like I knew that was an angry spit because he like did that sucked up first and then fired it hard, and that I can't believe Letty handled it as well as she did. Like
I know.
that
was the heavy one because didn't he spit more than once?
3 times.
Three times.
He spit on her 3 times in the face.
Jesus,
that's crazy.
It was crazy.
That's
spitting
crazy.
in someone's face 3 times.
Speaking of spitting in the
crazy.
Speaking of spitting in the face, any romance possibilities on the next fish tank?
Oh! Just wait.
For season 2, we're not letting anyone on that has a significant other.
It's gonna be called Fuck House. Welcome to Fuck House.
You have to be a horny pervert to get on.
No, that's Airsoft Fatty's going to be a natural again.
We were trying to get Chris laid, for weeks.
Yeah, get him laid this time because when that prostitute said that he smelled too much like shit to fuck him, that made me sad.
Oh.
But she did it in a nice way. She said she alluded almost that there was an ether about the air that smelled like shit. Like not the shit covered gentleman.
You need to find a prostitute with lower standards.
Jesus.
Yeah. That was friend of the show, Brandon Buckingham. Shout out Brandon, another cool guy.
I don't know how it would work, but I almost want the contestants to think that they're getting on an airplane to go to another country where certain rules don't apply anymore, but they're really sitting like in a fake plane rocking back and forth with airline sounds.
Yeah.
Like with like black and you're like 12 hours later, you're like, all right, come out. We're in Cambodia now. Anything goes, bitches.
The Uber driver plays like Spanish music.
Yeah, you can make them play Russian roulette where you're like, yeah, we can do this here.
That'd be great.
With a paintball gun.
Big TSA.
No,
we should put him on a fake space shuttle and tell him we're on the moon. Guess, hey guys, we're on Jeff Bezos' Atlantic Blue. What's this shit called? Blue Horizon?
We're on
Blue Horizon. We're going to our moon base.
They did that. There's a reality show where they actually did that. They made the contestants think they were going up in the rush to a Russian space station, put them in a fake ship, and sent them up, and they believed it.
Wow.
They're crying. Awesome. They're crying, thinking they're in space, and they're not in space.
That's sweet.
I don't even think
we got to do that to John. Yeah. We'll do a spin-off called John Goes to Space.
I don't believe we're in space.
Dude, I was gonna mention that your John is so fucking perfect. Like I was dying laughing at the end where you were just going around perfectly, like with the inflection on his voice, like so calmly. It was.
I wish I could talk like John all day.
My favorite part of your John impression was that I knew that you were like sort of tired and stressed out, and there's something soothing about rambling, like especially like John's voice, but also rambling like him.
Yeah.
So you'd be sort of self-soothing a little bit.
It became like a coping mechanism.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Oh, and you gotta make sure you keep up with whoever wrote the bios with all like the fun facts about the characters, like the best joke in all those was the European accent with John's speech impediment, because I literally went into it like, I wonder where he sounds like he's from. It's like, no one thinks this is true.
He said that to me. He said my speech impediment often gets mistaken for a European accent. He said that in his first interview I did with him. So that was real. I didn't like make that up. That wasn't a joke. He said that.
I mean, he'll probably pop back in for season 2, I would think. Like there was a pretty good connection between Jason Goldstriker and John. Pretty emotional.
I think we probably there's like a temptation to. I know what the fans want. The fans want like everybody from season 1's back, guys. Here they are. But I think that like
they don't know what they need.
Yeah, fans don't know what they need. We got to limit that. I think definitely bring back Chris. But it's not gonna be like a huge rehashing of season 1 shit.
I know you've got your fingers in lots of pies, but is this like your main focus right now? Is this what you're excited and hyped to do?
This is Jet's main focus. We have another thing that we were talking about today that's still too premature to talk about, but that's another thing that we're focusing on. Right now,
World Peace 2.
Right now we're doing World Peace 2. We're doing office remodel. We're doing merch. We're doing. I'm so scatterbrained I can't even remember what the fuck we're doing.
Yeah.
Energy drink. Energy drink. Yeah, we're doing a drink.
What's it called?
More stuff.
You don't have a name yet. Oh, like Zippy water? You're gonna get some of that? There you go. Nice. You got your finger in a lot of pies indeed. Is World Peace 2, is there a date on that you've announced or anything, or still so much in the works you're not sure?
Probably 8 months.
Okay. Is it
it's about 60% shot, which is the hard part, and then the editing is the time intensive part. That's gonna take 8 months probably to get it done.
Is it a full length season like the first one? Like same number of episodes?
So the first one we cut it, the constraint was that there were 11-minute episodes, so we cut it very short. This time around, I think what we might do is we might cut a version that's short so that people who want the sort of ADD World Peace 1 speed get it. But then there's also going to be fucking like 5 times as much material that's in the longer form cut. So it's going to be long. Nice.
Yeah. Is it like more fun than you had when you were working on it for Adult Swim? Because I'm sure the total freedom.
It's more the lack of freedom at Adult Swim wasn't a huge problem, but it's more fun for every other reason. Yeah. Being in Atlanta sucked. Being on a set where you don't really know what the people's motivation is. Like there's people that are there. The people for World Peace 2, anybody that's there on set is there. They're like hardcore. Like our the director Bobby Hacker, the other director Alex Schultz, the cinematographer Alex Lucarini, Mindless. They're all like insanely hardcore, and and because they like want to be there, they're not just there for money. The stuff that they're doing is fucking so awesome. Everybody that's involved is like killing it though. Ben Taylor is our audio guy. He was like brand new. He didn't know anything like media related. He learned how to do like pro audio recording. He's so good. Fucking Nick built the sets. Nick and this guy. There's sets a lot of sets are built by Nick. A lot of sets are built by this guy Joey, who I don't know if he wants to be credited, but they're beasts, man. They're so fucking good. The sets are so good.
What's up, Timothy?
Use your own bathroom.
Hi, fellas.
Hey, hello there.
How are you, Mr. Cortland Reeves?
And do you have an idea with that light bulb over your head? No, just me? Okay.
What are you saying?
That's a good point. I should have an idea. Which I
What the fuck are you doing?
hanging out in my man cave. Don't you guys have man caves?
That's your man cave?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were in an actual bathroom. That's terrible.
No, this is my game room. This is my battle station. I basically have multiple trading stations set up where I do day trading, and I can basically run $10,000 profit per day out of my man cave here.
Wow.
Yeah.
How do I get involved on the ground floor with something like that?
Well, you have to take my course, but
Oh, okay.
Okay.
How much is it? Is it cheaper than
$10,000.
Tate's? Oh, it's $10,000. Damn, I don't know.
I think I know how this works now.
No, it's different. It doesn't work the way you'd expect. It works.
So you're in your day trading room
Yeah.
and your gaming room. Oh, I wanted to ask, like your pipe dream big video game. Any more movement on that?
Yeah, there's a kid who realistically sounds like you might want to help out with that, but I'm wary of talking about things before they materialize. So no, not really.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
So
You're just too busy day trading.
Day trading, doing drop shipping. I have a stock picking club that I'm at the helm of.
Do you have any picks you can give us?
Yeah, Uber. Could
Pick
go.
Uber.
I have no idea what I'm doing. I lost $35,000 on AME, whatever that stupid movie.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did.
So you bought in when that shit was big, and you ended up taking a bath for 35. That sucks. But I mean, you learned your lesson, and now with that history, you're equipped.
I have many more lessons to learn.
I got an idea. See?
I got an idea. Is to lose all my money, so then I can't.
He just needs 3.5 new customers. He's right back in the game.
That's right.
I don't think you'd beat the shit out of that dude in the boxing ring last time you were on.
Mhm.
Had you yet? I don't think so. That was a good fight. Any plans to get back in the ring?
No, never. They would. I'm not worth it to them, and it's not worth it to me. I would do it for, literally millions of $1 million after taxes. I would do it, but no one's going to pay me that. Or I would do it if I could fight Hassan, but that's about it. That's the limit to what I'm willing to take on to a head damage, as I call it.
To do head damage. So millions of dollars or Hassan,
Yeah.
the Twitch streamer.
Yeah.
Okay, well, fair enough. I don't think he's going to take you up on that offer. It's been out there in the ether for a while now, and I don't think he even likes addressing it.
He's such a pussy, man. I would understand if I went out there and shredded that guy immediately, but I'm not that good. What is it? Literally, Hassan should just train for 1.5 years and get decent. He's already got the physique for it. How is he such a pussy that he's unwilling to take that? I mean,
Zach, can you pull up a picture of Hassan? I don't know this person.
Yeah, and he's fit and he's tall, right? I don't know if he's as tall as you.
Already jacked. He's almost my height. His head is smaller, which means there's less of a target.
That's true.
Yeah, and it does when I hit him and his head bobbles around like this, it'll do less head damage, as I call it. Head damage is the category.
Mm-hmm.
All top boxers are known for their tiny skulls. Holy shit, that's the guy you want to fight?
Tiny skull is good for you.
I don't want to fight either of you.
No, I don't want to fight. Well, I'd rather not fight Sam between those two guys.
Unless
this isn't nearly as
$1 million or are Turkish and annoying.
Cuomo Fauci 2020. Go back. That's not. Those are two very different pictures. Got the Bernie poster in the back too.
Silly Billy.
Wow, too cool for sunscreen. Nice.
His physique was kind of hidden by that T-shirt, but his biceps.
I mean, I would, if this fight happened, I'd put my money on Sam because I think he wants it more. And Who knows?
He's also
It could
enormous.
happen because I remember I saw I don't know anything about
Well, if
this
you
guy
give him
really,
the sword and shield.
but I know if he gets the sword he's gonna win. But I know this guy, he's like hardcore like left politics, and so like Sam's made the point it would make sense that this guy, as like an avatar of like a masculine left-leaning dude, would want to take down Sam, who's an avatar of this, almost right-wing.
The whole reason I have an issue with it is because the reason why he has this physique is because it's to some extent, especially when you're a public person, like might makes right? Like you're being fit enhances your credibility, and you could. I'm not saying that that's unwarranted or that's not the way it should be, but I'm saying if your whole persona is the guy who's promoting communism because of how fit he is, you should at least have the balls to back it up and like use your muscles for something. Otherwise, what the fuck are they doing? What is the point of having them if you're a tremendous pussy?
I totally agree. He's got to fight you. It's the only thing I can tell. Like, what's he gonna do? Ignore you and make millions on Twitch? Not likely.
I'm gonna day trade my way to the top. Then
you know what? I think you were into AMC too early. I think you need to dive back.
We've been kicking around that idea, revisiting the AMC play. Could go that way.
Okay.
Wow. AMC's had a rough go of it, haven't they?
Well, yeah, ever since that meme shit 2 years ago. Because like no one was going, it was just made up.
It went from 60 to 5.
Was that the one where like the FCC or whatever came out like right away afterward and was like normal people can't trade anymore, it's shut down?
I feel like that was GameStop.
GameStop, and it was I think Robinhood shut it down first, shut down trading on their platform. But I think shortly after that there was a general SEC like forbidding people to go in and out of GameStop.
Oh.
Did you get in early on the Donald Trump NFTs?
We didn't. I didn't manage to pick up any of the.
I got you. I got you. Don't worry.
Which is one of my prized possessions.
Wait, you went out there for a sec. What do you have that's a prized possession?
A Melania NFT.
You have a Melania NFT?
I have a feeling I know what it looks like.
Is it the one where her tits are out?
No, I don't have that one, but it's the one that she made where it's a movie. So it's a picture of her that doesn't move, but it is a movie because there's a sound file, and the sound file is it's something like hello and welcome to my NFT. I'm Melania.
And that makes it worth more.
Yeah, I play it every day. I get psych myself up.
Get yourself royalties.
Get ready for some trading.
Yeah.
Did you ever do NFTs? Because I know you were huge into crypto. Maybe you still are.
We have a trading card game called Mondo Megabits that we spent a year and a half making. Like, it's not a low effort thing. We spent like almost 2 years making these bastards, and those are doing pretty well. That's on the. I still have to continue working on that, but we're starting right now to work on World Peace 2. So I have too much shit going on right now, but yeah, we'll get back to that.
Really? You're doing World Peace 2 now. That's news to me.
As of today, it's like official. Like the money has been transferred, and we're about to go.
That's awesome, man. Is it? I don't know how much you can reveal.
What is World Peace 2? Is this a movie? Is this a concept? Is he ending wars? What do we do?
It's a show.
Well, we might be ending wars in a way, but it's a sketch comedy. It's a sequel to our the first sketch show we did for Adult Swim.
Oh, cool.
I don't want to push too much on the world peace stuff because I know it's probably tenuous and all up in the air. Is this gonna be all self-run, independent? So like no chance of bullshit cancellation. You guys are rolling on your own.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome, man.
Where's it gonna air?
The plan right now is to distribute it ourselves via Gumroad or similar website, and then we'll have it clipped. We will clip it for YouTube as well. That's the plan right now, unless we get an offer from somebody to buy it once it's done, which probably won't happen, but could happen.
That'd be pretty sweet.
Good luck.
I mean, would you even want it to be bought and like be beholden to someone else?
I wouldn't care if it was already shot and it was already edited. If it would get us a little bit of a boost in terms of distribution, I wouldn't mind cutting it. Cutting out part of some of the racier stuff if it means millions more people to watch it. There's a line, there's a limit to where to draw that line, but
and Kanye found it.
Yeah. The other thing is if we were able to get somebody to buy it, then it sort of adds it kind of enables us to do what we did with World Peace One, which was be subversive in a mainstream venue. Which right now we're missing that kind of impact. We don't have the same kind of like David versus Goliath is sabotaging from within kind of backstory to it.
Yeah.
But we are going to try to get Kevin Spacey.
That's awesome. I hope you get him. I hope Kevin Spacey. You might have to keep some younger characters around to entice him. But yeah, you get Kevin Spacey. Kyle will be very excited to hear this. Kyle, did you know that they're trying to nail down Kevin Spacey for World Peace 2?
Kyle,
that would be so tremendous. That would be tremendous. I'd love to see him in a comedic role.
Kyle is the captain of the Kevin Spacey did nothing wrong club.
Not a damn thing. Not a damn thing.
Yeah. I mean, if you can play Kaiser Sose like that, you've earned a little leeway, right?
Frank Underwood was so fucking good that to harpoon that show for those frivolous charges, those unsubstantiated, non-committal reports by who knows who, many of whom have now passed away.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Under mysterious circumstances.
However,
probably hiding from their false accusations.
Yes, cowards.
I want to get Corey Feldman too.
Corey Feldman.
I think
he's a little old to attract Kevin
Get Macaulay
Spacey. You need a
Culkin.
younger guy actor.
Here's what I want. I want to skip where Macaulay Culkin is forced to admit that.
Wait, hold on. Wait, what's that, Sam? Sorry, I missed you.
If we put Corey Feldman in enough makeup to sort of disguise him and make him look younger, could he at that point attract Kevin Spacey if Kevin Spacey didn't know?
That's a lot of makeup. Is Corey Feldman like 50?
Kevin Spacey, I bet he has a sixth sense for this. Not to say a third sense. Just a blind, deaf, dumb, crippled pedophile.
He can tell even if the guy was in like a full Mickey Mouse costume. He can.
Yeah,
Corey
Feldman, very Dracula hairline. I like that.
Well, I was going to say he aged in such a way that when Hollywood tries to guess what an actor is going to look like in the future and they never get it right, they would have nailed it if they'd made child. He looks like they made child Corey Feldman old right there. He looks exactly like he used to.